Mandela, Washington Fellows tree planting ceremony. Nice.
Alright, look, we have to use that.
Ooh. There you go.
What's clay?
Thank you.
We have to get everyone to sign it.
Yeah.
So now, which are the other trees then? The other years are?
The first one is that taller one that's right across there.
And what kind of tree is that?
They're all American plane trees.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's also called a secret.
Oh,
Yep, different name for it. Right. Yep.
I just don't know the names of it.
Ooh.
And was the original Mandela tree sycamore as well, or what was it?
It was a London plane tree. So it's a hybrid of the
Mandela, Washington Fellows tree planting ceremony as the University of Nebraska Lincoln East Campus.
Our friend Tamara, who's also
There is
a
the tree.
tree lover and likes Mandela, and you people too, I'm sure. Will enjoy. We need to get her in here as well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just kind of loosen up.
Right now it's like Keith and Jason artwork. You got one of these.
One acorn down there. Oh, we're gonna have a oak tree growing right next to it. See that?
Very cool. Do you want to sign the time capsule? Hey, camera. So what is
Nice.
so that? Yeah, here it is. Okay.
It could go have a little bit more underneath.
Oh, so put a little.
Put a little more. So.
Yeah, we can't forget the time capsule either.
Oh, yeah.
One time we did that.
You want to put a little bit in?
And then we dug a hole down. Right?
And then you had to
Got
put it
down.
in.
You got it in there.
And what is the time capsule? Is it? Yeah. Oh, okay. It's not like a Ziploc bag.
Everybody sign.
Okay, go ahead and put in. Yeah. Can you work at the knot that we all avoided, that big old heavy part in the middle? Is that about the right? Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me sign.
So he has a good story.
It's a
There
beautiful.
it is with
we'll-
all the
we would love
signatures.
to.
Nice.
So, thank you all for coming and doing this too. So we are planting the 2021 cohort because they were not able to come. They did it virtually, and this is also sort of symbolic of the network of bringing them all together as well. So that's the goal, to make sure all the different years meet each other and meet people like you and connect, right? Okay, things about roots that are smart, I'm not going to say.
And
We'll go to you.
Okay.
And you.
Do you want to tell us about the first tree? Or do you want to wait till
Yeah.
after we plant it?
Yeah, so like I said, we found out reasonably late that we were going to be doing this, and sometimes it's hard to
For the
find
first
a tree in the middle of July. But I just happened to have one sitting in the nursery. It was a little bit bigger than this one. It was in a pot, about the same size, and it was a tree that I knew was a American plane tree. And once we decided that looked like it'd be a good tree to to use because it was one of the only ones we could get. I did a little bit of research to see if it tied into Nelson Mandela in any way. And then I eventually found out that there was a tree that's called the Mandela tree in London, in St. James Park, London, that was planted by Nelson Mandela when he was on a state visit in 1996. And it's got a plaque, the Mandela tree, and it was a London plane tree, which is related to the American plane tree. The London plane tree is a hybrid of the American and the Eastern or Oriental plane tree. And so let's see, so because of that, we felt like, that was kind of a neat story, that we had kind of a relative of the actual tree that Nelson Mandela had planted.
Just by luck it happened.
Kind of by luck, yeah. And that tree, as it turned out, it just landed in my herb garden at my house, and I dug it up and was like, well, it's kind of a neat tree, I'm going to do something with it, and then it turned out to be the Mandela tree. So it was a great story.
The first one, and it's right over.
Yeah, and it's that big one right over there.
Wow.
Yeah, those it's got buds on it, but you can also see the fruit are still hanging down from it. Those round balls are the fruit of the sycamore and London plane as well. So that's kind of a neat feature that they have. It's also it's a tough tree. It's real tolerant of pollution, so as you see, it's sometimes planted by streets, and that's one of the reasons why it was used. The London plane tree was used a lot in London because it had all that pollution and soot and everything else, and it was able to tolerate that. So they found this really tough tree that would work out, and it kind of, made them sort of feel like, well, this is a really tough guy, so let's give him this tree. So I'm glad we were able to find something similar to use. So yeah, we got that tree over there, the 2017, and then in 2018 we planted one on city campus.
Okay.
And then we came back 2019 and did right on the other side of this evergreen here. There's another tree there. And then we skipped a couple of years, COVID and such. And then we came back and did last year.
Yeah.
The smaller of the two trees
On the other side there.
close to the hydrant back here.
Okay.
And then here's our next one. So.
Excellent.
Yes.
What a cool story.
Yeah. And it's usually the Nelson Mandela Fellows or the Mandela Fellows, Washington Mandela Fellows are normally all here, a big group of them, and they're really excited about, getting the tree planted and, rejoicing afterwards and that sort of thing. So it's fun. You can, like I said, you could YouTube that and you'll see a lot of their videos and pictures and that sort of thing.
Well, and that's why this is in honor of the 2021 fellows. So again, also virtually planted, but planted by this network. So thank you all for being a part of it.
Yep.
It looks so bright. Yeah. Okay, well, that's awesome. Thank you. Right in there. And then we cover it up. Yep. No. Oh, we laid down. I didn't even do it quite right.
That's right.
We all can use help anytime. Also the list.
All right.
Excellent.
So then,
Okay, well, three on there, and then that will just. You don't have
well,
to
we've got to cut the bag off.
Okay.
So I've got to get a tool to do that.
That's awesome. So we'll get to scoop the dirt back up, right?
Yep.
Our work is not done.
No.
And the trees is most, already.
Yeah. So there, now it's just going to go back to its original pot that it was in, but that's okay. Cut my finger off. Don't film it.
Oh, okay. Let us know. So we
It'll
can.
add some nutrients.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll just pull that out the side. All right, there's our tree, and we just make sure it's kind of nice and upright. And
There you go.
good to go. And then we put the soil back around it. Check that it's straight again, and that's it. Sorry.
No, you're good. Let people off to get some dirt.
Yeah.
afterwards we're going to my house. Oh, just kidding.
Plant
Right, I
another.
need to plan better.
Yeah. Mandela Washington Fellows 2021. Tree planting ceremony. University of Nebraska Lincoln East Campus.
I'm gonna get my. Sad it's me, but anyway, there we go. It's okay. Also, was an excuse to wear a t-shirt to work on a Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, I took it like a fashion shot. Like sorry, everybody.
Why don't you guys will just water this with like a trailer that comes by?
There's a connection around here for irrigation, and they'll just run a hose over
Do you
here.
want us to put like a little basin around it so that you'll directly water into it, or
It's
just gonna mulch it? And
not necessary, really. The final crew that looks after this area will do kind of some tidying up to make sure that, that everything works out for it.
And this was the first tree planted. Remember Nelson Mandela? So it's Mandela Washington Fellows tree at the University of Nebraska Lincoln East Campus. This is close to the dairy hall. I mean to the animal science hall. And the greenhouses, you can see the place. Mandela Washington Fellows 2021 Memorial Tree planting.
So that they get to meet each other. Okay. So are there trees that where it's like each other? It's like that. There's some sort of I don't know. Yay.
This is a video.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mandela Washington Fellows.